Welcome back to Cottage Designs by Erin, where today I'm going to talk to you about the various types of stamped embroidery quilt blocks that are out there. They are vintage now. You know, they're more difficult to come by, I would say. Used to, you could just run down to your local Ben Franklin and pick some up, but sadly Ben Franklin is no longer in business. I had some local ladies donate these quilt blocks to my classroom, so I thought I would show you the difference in some of these. Okay, so when you're looking for embroidered quilt blocks, you want to do a search on eBay for stamped embroidery or stamped embroidered quilt blocks, vintage stamped quilt blocks, those kinds of things. Here's a popular company that used to make these. It is called Wonder Art. This is Wonder Art Creative Needlecrafts, and the pattern number on this is 1976 is the number. Okay, so I'm keeping this set. I decided I would not donate this set. Now these are all sewn, or not sewn, but they are all printed together. So you can finish the design and make like a lap quilt with it all together, or you can cut them apart and sew them into a quilt of your choice. The X's on these are very nice and big. It's a very fanciful design. And the name of this pattern is Americana. And so that's all very nice. And these are 18-inch blocks. Okay, other designs. Let me fold this up somewhat. Different quilt blocks have different types of embroidery stitches that are necessary. So here we have a really beautiful iris, and I received 4 of these blocks, I think. And this is just beautiful. It has this stunning design, nice, great big X's. We also have a stem stitch or a back stitch that's used for the stems here, which is nice. So that includes a cross stitch and a stem stitch or a back stitch. I liked that design. Now this particular design I'm not real crazy about. This has the pattern, you go over the color. So this is a different type of design, and it's not stamped with a name, so I don't know what these are called. But that's what these look like. Okay, so you can do a lazy daisy, or you can do a satin stitch on those. There's also a stem stitch for the stems and a lazy daisy stitch for the leaves. Not crazy about these. Next, I have a student who tried to start these designs by something of Fairway St, Clair, Missouri. These are 18-inch blocks, and they include a lazy daisy, a cross stitch, and a stem stitch. Very pretty design. Again, it makes an 18-inch block. Next, we have Jack Dempsey. Jack Dempsey is the company that made the embroidered top kit that I showed you in my video called How to Embroider a Quilt. So Jack Dempsey, you can also do a search on eBay for Jack Dempsey. And here is an example. This is all strictly embroidery, no cross stitch. Okay, we've got tulips, it's kind of faint. Tulips and leaves. Here's another Fairway pattern. Now, I like this. I think this is precious. It's a bluebird, and it's all embroidery, no cross stitch, just embroidery designs. And I do think that's very pretty. It'd be a pretty pillow as well. Here's one that I would not be crazy about. This is a Fairway design, and it is ducks or geese. Ducks. We got ducks. Okay, that's a more manly design. Here we have another bird design. 18 by 18 inches. And my recent video was how to make a twin size quilt using 2 of these 18 by 18 inch blocks. See the bird and the flowers, and that is all embroidery, no cross stitch. Here's one. It's very hard to see because it's so faded, but it's a cowboy on a horse. Let me try to zoom in on that. Very, very faint, very difficult to see. Next we have a cross stitch rose, which is very pretty. Great big, and that's all cross stitch. And I don't see any other stitches. If you're just learning how to embroider, just plain cross stitch is the easiest thing to start with. And here's a cross stitch pattern. And the price on that was 89 cents from Ben Franklin, who knows when. Okay. Here is another pattern of just roses to embroider. I love roses. This is so pretty. We have embroidery, lazy daisy, a little bit of candle wick, stem stitch. That has various different types of stitches on it. It's a little more complicated. Okay, this pattern design, I've got it backwards. This is stem stitch, lazy daisy, and French knot. And it doesn't say who the maker of that is. That's a little too much for me, a little too much to do. More Fairway designs that I've already shown you. Next we have, again, a duck and a fall design. Not something that I would probably do, but somebody out there would like it. Oh, now this is very feminine. Now we have little fans. Look how cute that is. And that is a design from Ben Franklin, 89 cents. That's an old one. Very pretty. Also by the Fairway Company. This one I really like. It's a precious parasol umbrella with flowers. And this has a lot of stitches. We've got cross stitch, we've got French knot, we've got lazy daisy, satin stitch, embroidery. You know, the more stitches you have, the more, of course, the more complicated it's going to be. Let's see, this is the same pattern. Next we have some tulips. Now these were $1.15 each. This is 2 big tulip embroidery. Hard to see. They faded over the years. I like that. That's pretty. Quite a bit of work. And we have another bluebird. Also Fairway design. Oh, there's several here. Several of the bluebirds are here. Very pretty. And that has cross stitch, lazy daisy, stem stitch, satin stitch. And I think that's all of it, but those are beautiful. And then the last block is a Star of David, and it's beautiful. Let me zoom in on that. And it has lazy daisy, French knot, cross stitch, which all those are pretty common stitches. Oh, wait, there's more. And then these are roses that are all strictly embroidery stitches, no cross stitch. It's hard to see from way back here. So, and these are all 18-inch blocks. Let me see if there's a name on that. No name on it, but they all came from Ben Franklin years ago. It's a very nice vintage set. What do we have here? This is a beautiful rose design, and then it's got some leaves around it. Very pretty. Wouldn't make for a nice pillow, a wall hanging. You can make a lap quilt out of just one block. And this has satin stitch, stem stitch, cross stitch, various different stitches, running stitch. So there's various patterns out there. You just need to go to eBay and type in stamped linens, embroidered quilt blocks for embroidery, vintage stamped linens, and you should be able to find something. I will, in other videos, I've got some huge projects that are bedspreads and bed quilts that I can show you, one of which I started, and kind of give you an idea how to do that, because those old kits, you had to sew them together to make it the correct size. So I hope you like this video. I will have more for you. We're getting close to the end of the week. And as you know, I always upload on either Saturday or Sunday. It's difficult to upload Saturday morning because it takes all day for the video to upload. So I'm actually better off making it Saturday morning and then uploading it in the wee hours of the night so that it goes on faster. Anyway, please like and subscribe, and I'll have more for you in the future. Thank you.